Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, when Raila Amolo Odinga and the Azimio la Umoja leaders comes out and say that the situation in this country is very hard and hitting so much hard on the common mwananchi, the poor. The middle class are crying. If the middle class is crying, what about the poor? Those who are below the poverty line. It means it is becoming so disastrous for these people. And someone will take Raila Odinga as a person who is just taking advantage of the situation, turn it into a political mileage. That is far from the truth. Raila is sincere on what he's telling William Ruto. People cannot afford life as of now, among many other things. And now, the emerging situation is that even pastors who are supporting Ruto, believing that when Ruto will become the president, then they will have it, they are now coming out in support of what Raila Amolo Odinga is saying. You know, Ruto made pastors to believe that even in pastors, you know, we have the dynasty pastors and the hustler pastors. Look at that. So wale pastor wenye wako pale chini waliambia nyinyi ni hustler pastors, we are going to work with you. These pastors are now learning that Ruto actually duped them. Now they are saying that Ruto must go and they have to get another chance and elect another president to take over from William Ruto. They are not going to wait for another 5 years. It's just now he must go. There are several things they are talking about, but first of all, listen to one of these pastors. Then from there, we are going to continue with this conversation.
Usito yangu mkubwa kwa serikali ni hii tu. Mimi ndio nilikuwa namba 1 kuchagua William Samuel Ruto. Nilipiga makoti mahali hatari roundabout mahali penye watu wa ODM walikuwa. Nikaombea yeye na akapata kiti. Namba 1 mapasta wale walienda kuombea wako wa mapasta hasla. Kulikuwa mapasta wengine wamekaa Nairobi na sisi ndio tulikuwa naandamana na yeye mpaka akapata kiti. Akaniambia unga itashuka itakuwa shilingi 70. Nimenunulia unga saa hii shilingi 250. Akaniambia CPC inatoka. Saa hii CPC kila nikirudi nyumbani napata mtoto yuko nyumbani. Pesa kani tunatoa? Kama hiyo ni serikali, kama hiyo sisi tumesema Ruto uende nyumbani, hata afadhali tuitishe uchaguzi mwingine. Hakuna haja ya kunyanyaza wa Kenya. Sisi tumechoka. Mimi unga ninunulia shilingi, unaniambia shilingi 70. Hiyo ni kama kunirepu. Haki president, hiyo ni kama kurepu wananchi wa chini. Afadhali ungetuambia kitu ambayo ni ya ukweli. Kama unachukua saa hii juzi umechagua umesema asola mwana ule mtu wa chini wa mkokoteni atapatikana Statehouse. Wakati umechagua mawaziri, ni nani ya mkokoteni amepatikana Statehouse? Mama mboga amepatikana Statehouse. Hiyo haki yako ni bure. Wacha hata tuandamane tuunge Raila 2030 atapata kiti na wewe mwenyewe utaharibu serikali. Mimi naweza kuombea, alafu wewe ukuje unitupe. Wallahi mimi nimekataa. Mimi ni pastor mwenzako, hata wewe bibi yako anakuanga pastor, lakini nimekataa. Hiyo mambo yenye unafanya ni mambo ya uhuni.
Now we are continuing with the panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. William Ruto turned against pastors. That's what he's saying. And so it is the time now pastors are going to turn against William Ruto. So in as much we have those pastors who are on William Ruto's side, some are feeling uncomfortable being in that side because they cannot meet the needs of all these pastors. There are many. In as much some are calling for dialogue between William Ruto and Raila Odinga, we have some who just believe that Ruto should not be anywhere even near dialogue. He should just go. Because they are discovering that they voted for someone who cannot behold for his word. His word is not his bond. It is different from what he says and what he does. So number 1, the pastor is saying that as of late, Ruto has welcomed dynasty pastors in Statehouse, but those pastors who are standing with him in the campaign, those who welcomed him to their churches, he is now giving them a back. So I don't have time for them. Because of that, Ruto must go. He's saying that Ruto promised that once they become the president, unga is going to retail at 70 shillings. Ruto came out and told Kenyans that as of late, unga is retailing at 170 shillings, which was a big lie. Just imagine a president who is lying to the people who elected him. You are now getting the information from ground. If it was me saying here, you would say the way some people would say that, oh, we are propagating. No. Now you are getting information from ground. The man on ground is saying that unga is retailing at 250 2 kg packet. So even Ruto is lying. And because of that, Ruto must go because he lied to Kenyans. It's very clear then. Again, we have many Kenyans who are not comfortable with the CBC. Ruto realized that situation and he took it as an advantage. It became a campaign tool to use, and many parents supported Ruto because of that. The reason was that not CBC was bad, no. The issue was that teachers were not prepared to handle this CBC syllabus. No prepared teachers. They were just forcing teachers to be in class, and they were just trying to use guesswork. Others were just applying the 844 knowledge system. Number two, the learning materials were not provided. Because of that, many parents were not comfortable with CBC. Ruto said that once he becomes the president, he is going to scrap that CBC. He even never said that he's going to improve on it. Now, when he came to power, he came with a team, advisory team, which came to the ground, and they said that CBC is okay. But then, the terms to improve on it, they never explained properly. Up to now, CBC is still a nightmare. Because of this, that man of God is saying that Ruto must go. He lied to them. Now, this pastor is saying that because of the suffering of the common man that Ruto promised that he's going to take care of, because many people are saying that Statehouse has been occupied by the people who refer to as dynasty, it is the right time for them to recall William Samoei Ruto, have another election, and then have another president who will take care of the interest of the poor, the rich, and the middle class. A man who is, who is going to be responsible for the promises that they're going to give. That is not far from the truth. Any elected leader in this country can be recalled through collecting signatures. Then from there, that leader will be removed, and the IBC can recall for another by-election and have another leader. Kenyans can collect signatures to remove William Ruto from Statehouse. The worst situation for William Ruto now is here. Seemingly, according to Azimio, Ruto was not elected legally through the ballot. He stole the election. The worst is that after stealing an election, he is not even taking care of the interest of Kenyans. At least if he had sorted the Kenyans in the matters to do with the affordable life in terms of food and other basic needs, at least kelele ingekuwa ni kiasi. Lakini kelele inaenda kuongezeka kwa sababu mwananchi yule wa chini amefinyika, yule wa kadri amefinyika, hata wale wa juu wanaona shida huko mbele. They're seeing a problem. So Raila now comes in and says that Ruto must go for stealing our election. Ruto must go for keeping Kenyans hungry. He must go for making life so expensive, including school fees, wale watu wa help, mambo na electricity, and many other things. He just must go. Because of this, it is very easy for revolution to emerge in this country, which will make the situation so much hard for William Ruto to govern. And once we are in that level, there's no way Ruto will continue to stay in a State House. He will just have to surrender and go, then let Kenyans have another election and have another leader, or install another leader going forward. That is possible. So it's two ways. Collect signatures and say Ruto must go. Or just demonstrate turn it into a revolution, he will have no space but to go. This pastor, lastly, saying that Ruto actually is raping the poor. Look at the word he's using. If the common mwananchi on the ground can use such kind of terms, it tells you the situation on the ground is so much tough. He went on and appointed CASs, Chief Administrative Secretaries. In those positions, first of all, it is against the law. Number two, he has bloated it to 50 instead of 23. The question that pastor is asking, where is the hustler that Ruto said that is going to form government with? There's no any hustler pastor, no border, no mama mboga, no the jobless people in this country. The people he went for are politicians like Kidero, among many other politicians, those who lost in governorship, those who lost in running for the members of parliament. They are the ones who he has rewarded. Look at that. It means there is no space for the hustler in William Ruto's government. Because of this, those are enough reasons to kick William Ruto from government, from Statehouse. And yes, pastors are now coming out to join Raila Amolo Odinga to find a reason to associate with Raila and not William Ruto. Because of that, possibility of removing Ruto from Statehouse is still there.